She left you. They betrayed you. And now you're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, asking, why me? Let me tell you something, and hear me loud. The world doesn't care about your pain. It only respects what you build from it. This is called the 48-hour rule. A rule for men who want to evolve. Not stay stuck. Not cry forever. Not self-destruct. But rise, like a quiet, calculated storm. You see, every man bleeds. But dangerous men, they time their bleeding. They turn it into a weapon. Pain is real, but it has a timer. Let's get this straight. Pain is real. Heartbreak hurts. Rejection burns. Betrayal scars. But here's the mistake weak men make. They stay in the wound. They replay it. They overthink. They beg, stalk, cry, collapse. And the world watches and moves on. Your brain is wired to feel social rejection like physical pain. But what you do after the hit, that's where the alpha is born or buried. So here's the rule. You get 48 hours to cry, to scream, to grieve. But after that, you cut the emotions. You close the wound. You build. Why 48 hours? Why 48? Because it's long enough to feel it, but short enough to not become a victim. Think of it like this. Your girl cheats? Take 2 days. Process it. Then hit the gym like a savage. Your friend backstabs you? Feel it. Then start building that business they laughed at. You lose your job? Cry for a night. Then plan your next move before sunrise. You're not dead. You're just in the forge. The 48-hour rule is where pain meets discipline, where boys break and men become weapons. Pain is your advantage. Here's what no one tells you. Pain is your edge. While others are numbing themselves with distractions, you're stacking silence. You're growing muscle. You're studying in the dark. You become dangerous because you're not distracted. You're not emotional. You're not crying to your ex at 3 a.m. You're locked in. Mindset shift. Stop trying to heal. Start trying to harden. The rebuild. After 48 hours, the mission begins. No one's coming to fix you. Not your girl. Not your boys. Not your mother. Not God. You are the hero. You are the villain. You are the damn weapon. The world gave you pain good. Because now, you're going to give purpose. Here's your blueprint. Brick by brutal brick. 1. Cut off distractions like cancer. If it doesn't build you, it's bleeding you. Delete the apps. Cut the fake friends. Unfollow her. You're not healing. You're in training. Real men don't drown pain in dopamine. They bury it under dumbbells, silence, and purpose. 2. Wake up earlier than pain. If your heartbreak hits you at 8 a.m., you better be up at 5. Moving, lifting, grinding. So by the time the sadness arrives, it has no place to sit. The man who wins the morning owns his mind, controls his emotions, beats his demons daily. 3. Go to war with your body. Pain lives in the body. So sweat it out. Every rep, every push-up, every mile. You're not just building muscle, you're killing weakness. Testosterone rises when you lift heavy. Dopamine rises when you win small battles. Every drop of sweat is your silence screaming back, I'm not done yet. 4. Learn new skills. Stack wins. Master silence. Turn heartbreak into a hustle. Study. Learn. Build something that talks for you. A man who's too busy evolving doesn't have time to stalk her page. Stack silent wins. Let your glow up punch them in the throat without saying a word. 5. Move in shadows. Let success scream later. You don't need to post. You don't need to prove. You need to work. In darkness. When no one's clapping. When no one sees it. Because that's where killers are made. Your life becomes the revenge. You don't need to get back at her. You don't need to confront the backstabbers. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Let your results haunt them. Let your silence make them wonder. Let your comeback be so powerful they regret ever knowing your weakness. According to trauma psychology, people who respond to pain with disciplined action rather than emotional outbursts develop greater long-term mental toughness, emotional control, and respect from others. Men who rebuild in silence, they become unforgettable, untouchable, unshakable. So if you've been betrayed, heartbroken, broken down, good. This is where you start. Because from this point forward, you're not just rebuilding, you're becoming the man they prayed you'd never become. Now listen to me. This world, it's manufacturing men like products on a weak assembly line. Men with no backbone, no fire, no edge. Men who chase likes instead of purpose. Men who fold when they get ghosted. Men who cry over a girl who wouldn't even show up to their funeral. But that doesn't have to be you. You can be different. You can be dangerous. You can become the man who walks into a room and makes silence louder than any scream. You can become the man who turns heartbreak into hunger, who turns betrayal into blueprints. Here's the unfiltered truth. You will feel pain. You will get betrayed. You will get rejected, disrespected, laughed at, and left behind. That's not the curse. That's the crucible. And what you do next, that's your legacy. Most men wait for healing. But dangerous men, they don't heal, they forge. Like steel and fire. They use heartbreak to fuel workouts. They use rejection to learn new skills. They use pain as a map. And every scar becomes a reminder that they didn't die. They evolved. People don't respect the man who begs. They don't admire the man who cries publicly. They remember the one who disappeared and came back 10 times sharper, colder, more disciplined. That's you. If you choose it, pick your pain. Feel it. Sit with it. Let it stab you. Cry in the dark if you have to. But when the clock hits 48 hours, rise. Cut the emotion. Cut the excuses. Cut the comfort. Get up and go silent savage mode. You're not healing. You're forging. You're becoming something they won't even recognize until it's too late. Subscribe if you're done being soft. Comment 48 hours and I rise if your rebirth starts now. Because the next version of you, he doesn't care who left. He doesn't cry for attention. He builds empires while bleeding. He's not soft. He's not broken. He's coming.